All right. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is our time together to talk about how you can bloom in honor of your abortion. So, I'm super excited to get started. Welcome if you're here live, and welcome if you are watching the replay. This is your life shower. It's a taste of what's possible when you decide to live fully again. So I want you to just take a deep breath and think about shifting your perspective, opening yourself up, dreaming about what's possible, and doing as best you can to let go of old stories so that you can be as present here with us and that this can serve its purpose for you. So, who am I? I am a wife, I'm a mother, I'm a doula, I'm a life coach. I have been with my partner since high school. I know some of you like the little details. So we've been together longer than we've been apart. And it's, oh, welcome, welcome. Go ahead and just put yourself on mute and we can chat at the end. Excuse me, if that works for you. So again, I am a wife to my high school sweetheart, and it's been an amazing journey. Excuse me, I don't know what's in my throat this morning. And abortion was not something we ever thought would be a part of our story, but it's actually brought us closer. And I know for some of you, abortion has made a huge shift on your experience with your partner. So that is something I talk to a lot of my clients about. What does abortion mean in our relationships? I am a mother of three. My kids are, I have a teen, a preteen, and a kindergartner. So mothering is something I always dreamed about. It's something I treasure. And it's something I hold really dear. And I do consider myself a mother also to my baby who I aborted. So the more you get to know me, the more you get to hear about that. I was a doula for a long time, a birth doula, a little bit of postpartum doula. If you don't know what that is, I supported women through their pregnancy, birth, and postpartum. I am now a certified life coach. So I am a life coach with the, oops, I just skipped a slide there. I am a life coach with the Life Coach School. And that's an incredible place. Feel free to go check out Brooke Castillo's website. I actually don't know how to go back a slide here, so we're just going to skip ahead. But I think you get a good sense of who I am. So you are in the right place if you've ever thought, I never had a chance to process my experience. Abortion can be quite a rush, and some of us don't have a chance to process that. And all of a sudden we're through it and we're trying to go back to our lives. You're also in the right place if, oops, there we go. If you think about your abortion, but you don't necessarily regret it, you think about it still. And so sometimes that might feel confusing because why does this have such a huge role in my life if I don't regret it? And that can be confusing waters to navigate. You're also in the right place if you're thinking, I'm okay, but I haven't told very many people, or maybe I'm afraid to tell people, or I feel good about my story and my choices, but I don't feel confident talking about it with other people. You may also be in the right place if sometimes you feel bad, sometimes you feel sad or feel grief or feel pain in some way, but you're not exactly sure why. Again, maybe it's because you don't necessarily regret your choice, but there's still a lot of feelings. And I just want to remind you that that's all okay and that you are welcome here no matter what you're feeling, even if it's something that I did not talk about here in this slide. And the people who I speak most clearly to, the people who resonate with my message the absolute most, are those who feel proud of their decision. I know for me, like I really had a lot of shame around getting pregnant unplanned in the first place. And that's not something I'm proud of, but I am proud of the fact that I made the decision that was best for me. And I've forgiven myself for getting pregnant when I didn't intend to. And so the people I speak to the most clearly are those who are proud of the decision they made, whether they wanted to make it or not. And they want to make it mean something in their life. They want to live purposefully and really learn as much as they can from that experience they had and carry it into their future. You're also in the right place if you've ever felt disappointment. If you're feeling sort of disappointed or let down by those who played a role in your story, or by yourself, or by society or culture, those are all really normal feelings. If you feel alone, I know for me, this entire thing that I'm building, that I'm creating, that I'm giving to you all is because I felt so lonely after my abortion. I thought, like, where are all my people? I need my people. I need to process this with someone. I feel so alone. So you are in the right place if that's something you have felt in the past or are feeling now. Fear, right? How do I move forward? Will I ever get pregnant again? Can I ever forgive myself? Can I ever tell anyone? Am I worthy of my dreams? Am I worthy of this huge choice that I made? Fear is very normal for women who've had abortions. Maybe it's confusion. Maybe it's like, I don't even know what I'm feeling anymore. There's so much stuff and I just keep trying to push it away and it keeps coming back and it's clouding my experience. It's clouding my life. And I just feel utterly confused. And you're definitely in the right place if you still have hope. I know that you would not have found me. You would not have signed up for this webinar. You would not be here if you didn't have hope. Hope can be a really tricky thing because sometimes when we sit in hope, we stay there and we don't ever move to the creation of what we're hoping for. But if you're here and you have hope, you are in the right place. So I'm going to take a deep breath with you. Let's all just settle in, and I want us all to just trust and believe that we belong here together. So when you decided to have an abortion, you made a really courageous choice, whether you see it that way or not. I believe that you did. And now I believe it's time to live your courageous life. And the more you work with me, the more we work together, the more you study my materials, you start to see what a courageous choice it was that you made and what that courageous life that you want is. And so I'm going to walk you through in this webinar what I call a before and after process. And I'm going to show you how it's possible to live your courageous life. So I want you to grab a pen and paper and let's dive in together. If you don't have a pen and paper, that's okay. You can just sit and listen. You will get a copy of this replay. If you don't get that for some reason, just reach out to me and I will, and you can take notes when you re-listen. You're going to want to listen to this more than once, I promise you. So I want you to take a moment, pen in hand, and or just with your thoughts, and think about your life right now. Exactly how it is, exactly how you feel with all the people in your space. And I want you to identify one main nagging thought. What is that nagging thought? It can be about your abortion. It can be about something else. It can be about the life you're creating for yourself, your relationships, where you live. It can be about anything. Just one main nagging thought that you have on a daily basis. For some people, the thought is, this isn't where I thought I would be. So I'm just going to use that as an example. This isn't where I thought I would be. Someday I will. It might be something like that. I can't figure out how to. It might be something like that. Or I wish. I wish I hadn't made that choice. I wish I had gotten pregnant at a different time. I wish this wasn't so hard. I wish my life were different. Those are all some examples. So your current life, everything you're experiencing now, is a result of all your past and current thoughts. Thoughts like the one that you just wrote down. And we're going to look at what that really means. Your thoughts create your feelings. Your feelings create your actions. And your actions create your results. So what does that mean for the thought that you just wrote down? I don't know what you wrote down, but we're going to go through a different example here. So if your thought were, well, we're going to use this thought. This isn't where I thought I would be. And you can insert your thought in this example, but this is what it looks like. Here's your life. You're living, you're waking up every morning, you're going to sleep every night, you're following your regular routine. This is the life that you're experiencing. And you're thinking throughout the day, maybe once a day, maybe many times a day, maybe over and over on repeat. This isn't where I thought I would be. And that makes you feel frustrated. Now you might insert a different feeling. Again, I'm just using this as an example. But that makes you feel frustrated, right? It's pretty frustrating to think this isn't where I thought I would be. And when you're feeling frustrated, you take actions, right? So you had a thought, it created a feeling, and then you're taking actions. The feeling of frustration may cause you to repeat old patterns and behaviors, reflect on your failures, beat yourself up, compare yourself to other people, wish for a way out. There's lots of actions that we take from the feeling of frustrated. And the result that we get when we do that, when we're experiencing this frustration and taking these actions, is that we spin in the place that we don't want to be. And we stay in this life that we don't want to have, this one that isn't what we thought it would be. And so the thought, this isn't where I thought it would be, is simply leading us to staying where we are, which is not where we thought we would be. And it's this, we don't realize we're doing it. We don't realize how powerful our thoughts are. But as we move forward in the webinar, you're going to start to realize more and more how important your thoughts are. So now what? Whether you followed my example or you sort of laid out what does your example look like, now what? It's pretty frustrating. Like, wait a second, all these thoughts I've been having are creating the results I have. And the results I have are not the life I want to be living. So what the heck do I do next? So now I want you to close your eyes. I want you to close your eyes and take yourself back to the moment when you knew that abortion was the best choice for you. It was the best choice at the time you were asked to decide. I want you to close your eyes and go back to that moment. And I want you to let go of all the feelings and experiences and new beliefs that you've accumulated since then. Slip back into that moment when you knew your life ahead did not include continuing that pregnancy. When you imagined yourself pregnancy-free in that moment, what laid ahead in your life plan? Was it a vibrant career? Was it finding a different life partner? Was it traveling, settling down somewhere, improving your health? What was the plan in that moment? And I want you to open your eyes and just take a minute to write down that vision you had when you made your decision. So let's pretend for a moment that you are registering. We're going to register for everything you need in order to build that life you imagined possible. I call this a life shower because it's my version of the baby shower. You didn't choose a baby, and so you don't need a baby shower. You chose a life, and you need a life shower. So what goes on that list? What do you need to register for? Do you need to register for classes, plane tickets, dating apps? What do you need in your life to create the vision that you had when you made your choice? Time, money, mental health, a boat, I don't know, a computer, a personal trainer. What was it? What do you need? And I want you to ask yourself, who will you need to become in order to build that life? How will you need to grow, change? What will you need to let go of? Who is the person living that life you made your choice for? And who do you, the person now, need to become in order to step into her shoes? What do you need to believe about abortion? What do you have to believe to step fully into those dreams? All right, now I want you to take a moment to be in the mind of the future version of you, the one who is living the life you made your choice for. What is she thinking? What is the leading thought that she is having? Not you now, but she, the person in your vision, the life that you desire for yourself. Is she thinking life is beautiful? Is she thinking I created this? Is she thinking I'm proud of what I've accomplished? Or the world is my playground? What are you thinking when you are living the life of your dreams? So now we're going to look at what that new thought creates in your life. Here's what it looks like with the thought, I'm proud of what I accomplished. So we're a few years out, or months, or weeks, or however quickly you can build the life of your dreams. And you're thinking, I'm proud of what I've accomplished. So we have the same life. This is still your life, your body, your soul, your heart, your mind. It's still you living your life. And you're thinking, I'm proud of what I accomplished. And you feel content, right? You're no longer frustrated. You're content. You're proud of what you've built and you feel content in your life. So what does that mean? What actions are you taking feeling content? You're choosing gratitude. You're spending time with people you love. You're staying present. You're looking for new opportunities. You're meeting new people. You're trying new things. You're experiencing more of life. All because you're now thinking, I'm proud of what I've accomplished. And when you do that, you keep accomplishing more. So when you're thinking, I'm proud of what I've accomplished, you keep accomplishing more. Our thoughts create our feelings create our actions, and our actions create the life that we're living. So I want you to scan back up to your notes so far and circle the two main thoughts I asked you to identify. The one that was nagging before we started this journey, and the one you just wrote down from your future self. Just circle them. These are your new before and after thoughts. Remember I said we were going to walk through a before and after process? Well, we just did. There was the you before, and there's the you after. And then there's the messy middle, right? All the messy middle is everything that happens between you deciding you want, so we're going to use a cookie example. So the messy middle is you deciding you want to make cookies and sitting down with your favorite people. That's the end thought, right? So you want to make cookies, you think this will be fun. And when I'm done making the cookies, I'm going to sit down with my favorite people and I'm going to actually enjoy them. Well, between making the cookies, between thinking cookies will be yummy, I'll share them with my friends, and actually taking that action, sitting down with your friends and enjoying the cookies, is the messy middle. Does that make sense? It's the part where your kitchen's a disaster, where you burned the first batch, where you didn't have enough eggs and you had to run to the store, where all the things, right? The color didn't come out right. Friends canceled. All the messy middle happens between, wouldn't it be nice to have cookies, and actually sitting down with your friends. That's the messy middle. So as a life coach, I hold space for you to be in the messy middle, because the messy middle is where people abandon their dreams. The messy middle is where people say, it's not worth it, forget it, none of my friends are going to come anyway, I burnt another batch, I'm never doing this. It's the part where you say, I'm not sure I made the right choice. I'm never going to figure out my life. It's not worth it. No one's ever going to support me. And what a life coach does is she supports you in the messy middle, because between where you are and where you want to be is a whole lot of messy stuff. And what a life coach does is support you through the messy. So with or without a life coach, the way for you to bloom into your life in honor of your abortion and with guided strength from your abortion is to navigate this messy middle. It's how you've got to figure out all the things in the middle for you. You have to be willing to see and do things that you've never seen and done before. You have to face fears that you've been avoiding. You have to trust people you've never trusted. You have to think things you've never thought. If your dream life is to travel, you got to get over your scuba diving fear. You got to get over the fear of being stung by jellyfish. You have to book the plane tickets. You have to find a friend to go with. You have to overcome the fear of going alone, whatever the things are. You have to overcome all the things between you living the life you're living now with the thoughts you're having now and you getting to the end vision where you want to go. That's the work for you. And so all along the way, you have to believe that you matter. You have to believe that your dreams matter and that your abortion happened so that you could live your best life. This is going to be the most important thing for you to get from where you are now, how you're feeling about your abortion now, to where you want to go, to living the life you made your choice for. You have to believe that you matter, that you're worth it, that the life you visioned is possible and it is important and it is going to make the world a better place. Your world or the whole world or your family's world, whatever that looks like. So I'm not telling you it's going to be easy, but I am telling you it's worth it. It's worth it to navigate this messy middle. It's worth it to invest in yourself. It's worth it to be accountable to your own dreams, because that is where the magic happens. The magic happens in the messy middle. And even though it's hard, it's totally worth it to get to that vision, to get to that life. So I believe that you can bloom into your dream life, not despite your abortion, but in honor of it. I believe that you can make your abortion mean something. It can be the catalyst for you to live that life of your dreams. And you can carry your story with you along the way. You don't have to push it behind you. You don't have to pretend it didn't happen. You can live in honor of it. Whether that's your thing, your gift, your bloom that you hold on to yourself, knowing it's your sidekick, it's your partner in creating the life of your dreams, or you tell everyone like me that you are blooming in honor of your abortion. Either way is fine. But I want you to practice believing that you can bloom into your dream life and you can do it in honor of this experience that you had. So you have nothing to lose here. You have everything to gain. And if you want to do this work together, I have a one-on-one coaching program that gives you the opportunity. It's going to give you a chance to safely explore your abortion. It's going to give you a hand to hold in the messy middle. It's going to give you the ability and the tools to give birth to your life, to bloom into this vision that you had when you had your abortion. If you want to learn more, I want to encourage you to send me a text. You can text me at 413-489-0929, and we can decide together what your next best step is. Maybe the program's not right for you. Maybe one-on-one coaching isn't right for you. But I do have a free call that we can walk through together to decide what your next best step is. I want you to never forget, whether we talk again or don't, I want you to never forget that I believe in you. I am here cheering for you. And I believe that your abortion happened exactly as it was meant to. Navigating this before and after process is your door to freedom. And that is all I have for you. So today, that's all I have for you. I have lots more for you in the future. I am launching a podcast next month. I am boosting up my social media and newsletter presence. I am going to be more and more and more available to all of you to keep doing the healing work that you need to do. So I hope that we talk again. I'll be looking forward to it. And until then, just sit with your notes, sit with your thoughts, and really do some soul searching and some exploring of who you are and what you want next.